And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The John Hancock Tower rising above the bustling city of Boston. And nothing tips off a broadcast like it. And I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do too. Thanks for that report. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Walker.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Celtics, Tatum and Cantor together down low. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Hayward in at the 3 side. Walker against Westbrook. And Walker kicks to Tatum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Right around the halfway mark, and some players starting to feel a little bit beat up, taking those bumps and bruises. Is it hard to decide which injuries to play through versus the ones that make you sit and miss a game?
You know, I don't think so. If you're a younger player, it may be a little more difficult, but as you've spent time in the league, you know your body. You understand what's an ache and a pain and something you can play with, or an injury that really hampers you. So I think as you mature in the league, it becomes much easier to know what's an injury and what's something that you can work through.
That word tolerance becomes pretty important, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everybody's a little different in that regard, Kevin. Some guys have a high tolerance, others have a low or moderate. But again, it's about knowing your body.
Pass to Walker. In the corner, it's Hayward. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And, you know, that's exactly what you want from your point guard. Get the ball to the open guy on time and on target.
Here's Westbrook. That shot missing. Walker with some nice D.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You 2 players.
Jump ball. And the Rockets with possession here. The Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The kick out to Westbrook. The 3 from Harden. The Rockets with another miss. Hayward outside. Over to the wing. Outside, Walker. The pass to Cantor. Brown outside. Just 3 to shoot. No good. That would have tied it.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Back to Walker. And the layup falls.
And, you know, Walker is really good at muscling his way through the defense. Tough to stop on the way up.
For 3, Westbrook. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
Here's Harden, and the shot is good.
He's so good at making the defense feel and look helpless. Even when they're right on him, Harden finds a way to make defenders look silly at times. You know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers, great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
Here's Hayward. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And with Tucker Clark in his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers. But I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Tatum. Marcus Smart's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. Outside Gordon. Back to McLemore. Beyond the arc. And it's Gordon missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wanamaker misses.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Pass to Hartenstein. The Rockets with another miss. Celtics trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Williams finishing it off.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside positioning, he just goes for the finish.
Passes to Gordon. Shoots the 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
Here's Hartenstein. A beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Wanamaker misses.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Rockets leading by 5. It's Rivers on the wing. Pass to Hartenstein. Good on the three-point shot. Hartenstein's got 5 points so far.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Now here's Brown. 20 points for him last game against Utah. To the wing right side. Wanamaker. Offensive rebound. Poked away. And so it's Houston in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarters. Their defense has been never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jonas Jerebko out there with Hartenstein, and it's McLemore in at the 3. Fades away. Rebound by the Celtics. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. Double-digit advantage on the board. They just pounded them inside.
Mark, the level of nuance in the footwork that keeps evolving every few years. Talk about the changes that you have seen from the time you've played to the exquisite footwork we see now.
Well, you know, some of my peers would say that these guys are being allowed to walk and have it talked about as good footwork. So you work with Reggie and other guys, and I hear them all the time saying guys are getting away with carrying the ball and so forth. But the footwork is pretty good. I mean, when you think about it, the step-back three-point shot, the ability to make plays off the dribble, all attributed to footwork. I think it's just an evolution of the game. As players see more and more of excellent work on the court, they're able to emulate it a lot sooner and a lot better.
Outside Gordon. From outside the arc. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. Smart passes to Brown. Smart deciding where to go with it. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
That free throw good for McLemore. Some changes for Boston. Tatum, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Hayward comes in for Brown. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Robert Covington comes in for Jonas Jerebko. James Harden, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Tatum kicks to Smart. And there's the pass to Poirier. Over Harden. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Cantor, he's checked in for Boston. Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. Rockets leading by 5. And here's Westbrook. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Walker in the post, guarded by Tucker. Walker's shot is off.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career. And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
For the 3. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Inside, here's Smart. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Here's Westbrook. A rebound by the Celtics.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Westbrook with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Covington wide open. He fires. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Covington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Walker dishes to Hayward. Walker looking for an opening. Hayward outside. Cantor. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Williams, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward.
At the line with 1 shot.
And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Shot from the top of the key. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Walker.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Walker finds Tatum. Now Cantor, defended by Covington. Walker against Westbrook. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Kemba Walker.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Brown is checked in for the Celtics. Westbrook against Walker. Westbrook can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Cantor, the pass to Williams. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Cantor. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Houston also making some changes. Hartenstein, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gordon in for Robert Covington. And here's Harden for 3. Doesn't go that time. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's the teardrop. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Russell Westbrook.
You know, I think opponents have learned it the hard way. I mean, Walker is not a guy you want to put on the foul line. He's an excellent free throw shooter.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
He's off on the first.
Well, one thing you've got to know about Kemba Walker is that this guy can go off at any time. A dynamic scorer that also possesses the killer instinct. And when he gets it going, watch out. It can snowball into a dominating performance.
Boston making a switch here. Wanamaker's checked in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Kemba Walker.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And that one, good. And that's now 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
And, you know, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
Walker finds Williams. Back to Walker. Williams looking over the floor. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Westbrook. Puts up a 3. Here's Jerebko. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Rockets ahead.
They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight.
Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Brown and Hayward, they're the wing. Tatum and Kanter together down low. And it's Walker in at the point. It's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. The Celtics shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Tucker. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Hayward gets it to go.
And Brown is quite unselfish as a player, always willing to get the ball to the open teammate.
For 3, Westbrook made that one. It's his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Walker the pass to Kanter. He dishes it to Tatum. There's Walker with the 3. Rebound by House.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Outside, Covington. And Boston with the rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Hayward. It's not going to go for him. So Houston will take it the other way.
Well, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Celtics trail by 6. Oh, Tatum in position. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Tatum has no problem mixing it up, guys. Goes after offensive rebounds with real zeal and a great effort to clean up that mess on the glass.
Here's Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And here's Brown outside. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's now only a 1-point Rocket lead.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
And Tucker kicks to House. For 3, Westbrook hits the 3-point bomb. Westbrook's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Rockets.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
And it's Walker penetrating. Got a hand on it.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guy.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, PJ gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Tatum deciding where to go with it. From deep 3-point range, it's rebounded by Houston. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Walker against Rivers. He kicks to Jerebko. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Celtics. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
And you know, for the Celtics, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Good work there as it goes.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Walker the pass to Tatum. Here's Poirier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To halt the run. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kemba Walker.
And, you know, even though Walker is just 6'1", he may not be that tall, folks. He is a creative scorer in a hard matchup. Great at making the defense pay inside.
Now here's McLemore outside. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Smart, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Ben McLemore.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Walker. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Tucker dishes to Rivers. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Stops. Pops. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Smart. Smart's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. You know, Greg, defense are given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
From deep. Rivers can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And Wanamaker gets it to go.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Here's Gordon. From down in the low post, it goes. Gordon's got 5.
And Gordon doing a nice job measuring these inside shots well. I mean, has a solid, quick release pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Now Tatum. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. For the lead. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He got into double digits, and I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with McLemore. And it's Tucker in at the 5, roaming the paint. Smart passes to Tatum. Back to Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. Williams with a clean look. Off target from outside. Gordon with it. Kicks it to Tucker. Jacks up a 3. A rebound by the Celtics. Brown outside. Over Rivers. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Brown.
Hey, Brown is very serious about his scoring. I mean, he's got the green light to fire up from just about anywhere out there, and he takes full advantage of it.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And some changes here for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Gordon Haywards is subbed in for Jason Tatum. And then for Houston, Daniel House is checked in for McLemore. Harden comes in for Eric Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
For Houston, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And here's Westbrook from the arc, sinks the triple. Westbrook's got 24 points.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
Smart kicks to Brown. Little turnaround, and the shot goes in.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
Here's Westbrook, and Houston again with the bucket.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Smart up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Smart passes to Cannon. No good that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. In the corner, Harden. The three-pointer, no good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
And that one misses.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Cantor kicks to Brown. Hayward outside. But they recover it. Here's Poirier. They get it back. Here's Cantor. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Now, here's Westbrook. With some art. And good that time. Westbrook's got 28.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Walker the pass to Brown. For 3, Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hayward's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Cantor. Shoots over Covington. Cantor's shot is off.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Here's Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Houston in the lead. Launches a 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got 31.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Here's Walker. The kick out to Tatum. Here's Cantor. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Cantor's got 6 in the quarter.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
The feed to Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Now here's Walker. He's guarded closely. The shot by Hayward, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight. Harden against Brown. 3-pointer. And James Harden hits from deep.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Outside, Walker. Teardrop shot. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Walker demanding the ball when they need a bucket, relishing these moments.
Harden right side. Launches it. He can't hit that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Here's Hayward. Tatum trying to break free. Harden with the defensive effort, and that's an intentional foul. So it's the Rockets now, and an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, it's become almost a foregone conclusion that Harden is going to lead the league in free throw attempts every year. He is a master at getting to the line.
Perfectly done at the stripe there. That brings their lead up to an even more comfortable level.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
There isn't anybody they trust more than Walker down the stretch. He's made so many big shots over the course of his career. Add another one to the list.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Takes a 3. Knocks down the 3.
And Tatum continues to evolve before our eyes, showing excellent leadership by knocking down these clutch shots.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They lead by 2. 6 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game. 5 seconds left in the 4th. The 3 can't connect. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to Dave.